one thing that you see when you read reminiscences of Sri Ramakrishna or the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Kathamrita, you see how many descriptions are there of joy and laughter and mirth, and the descriptions of just Sri Ramakrishna's face beaming with joy. Somebody said his face was like a ripe fruit, as if it's about to burst with joy. So extraordinary joy, uncontainable joy streaming through this person. And that made it so attractive for people who were suffering in the world, tormented by sufferings in the world. And you see, this kind of life is possible. Not only they saw it in him, when they were in his presence, they felt a bit of it. They felt it. And they carried it like a perfume. They carried it. And it happens, If you go to, Sri Ramakrishna, of course, extraordinary avatar. But we have met, those of us who are lucky, we have met highly evolved spiritual souls. And you automatically, one sign of that is your mind gets uplifted automatically in the presence of such a person. Not only that, you carry it around with you for a little while. You stay in the presence of such a person and carry it around for a little while. But then again, it depends upon our own spiritual practice, whether we are able to retain that and develop it. And all of this I'm repeating from a very senior Swami's words, Swami Premeshananda ji. So his attendant was this novice brahmachari, Shanatan, who is now Swami Suhitanand, the vice president of our order. He told me this. Swami Premeshananda was ill, and they were nursing him, and this novice brahmachari was also there. And somebody said to Swami Premeshananda, this young man is taking care of you, serving you. You are serving a Brahmagyani, a knower of Brahman. Everything, he will attain everything through this, just by being with you. And then Swami Premeshananda called this young novice and said, in those days, they had disinfectants, spirit, alcohol. There used to be sticks dipped in that with cotton swabs for a patient. And he said, you take it out, it is scented, it has a fragrance. And that fragrance stays with that stick for a while, with the swab. But you keep it out there, it will evaporate. And after some time, the fragrance is gone. And he says, it's exactly like that. That means, don't think that it is your attainment. You are staying here near a center of spiritual power. It uplifts you. And it lasts for some time, for maybe weeks, months together. But eventually it will go, unless you practice yourself. So Sri Ramakrishna, in his presence, one would feel that immense upliftment and would carry it around in their lives too. But Sri Ramakrishna was also, if you met him, and your descriptions are the most humble of people. He never thought of himself as a spiritual teacher. There's somebody who came to meet Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna was in the garden, and this man came and thought, such a humble, lowly-looking person must be the gardener. And he asked, where is the saint? And Sri Ramakrishna pointed to that room there. And then when the gentleman went to that room, he saw Sri Ramakrishna right there. So he was so humble and so self-effacing. He never put himself forth as a guru. In fact, he would say the only guru is God, Satchidananda Guru. Brahman is the only guru. He would say, but that teaching comes through the human guru. In those days, in the British constructed buildings, a lot like these brownstones actually, in Calcutta if you go, in Mumbai also. And water, when it accumulates, rainwater accumulates on the rooftop, there are these spouts in the shapes of gargoyles, lions and tigers and all. And the water runs through the mouth of them. And they all look different. But Sri Ramakrishna says, just like this water is coming from one source up there on the roof and coming out through the mouths of these different gargoyles, similarly, the source is Satchidananda.